In the world of advertising, the photographic process doesn't necessarily always stop at the click of the photographer's shutter. Here at Studio Macbeth, by the process known as retouching, we routinely manipulate very ordinary photographs to produce eye-catching results. The form of color retouching that advertisers prefer to use is ectochrome transparency retouching, because when they go to print in magazine, it gives the finest quality color printing. When an art director comes in with a 35mm slide, the first procedure we follow is to enlarge the slide to a larger film size so that it can be retouched on. There are three methods for altering a photographic image. The first area we get involved in here is photocomposition, whereby we can take a multitude of different photographs and by using special masks and pin registering them so that they're in exact registration, we can make multiple exposures with those original photographs onto a new piece of film, thereby creating an entirely new image from the combination of the other photographs. A second technique we employ here, manipulating photographs, is bleaching. I'll give you an example. A client came to us with a book on a table that was dark, and in order to make the book separate from the table and become more visible, we bleached it. In the bleaching process, in this case, we took what's known as frisket material, which is a clear masking material with an adhesive on one side of it. Once the frisket is applied to the photograph, it is cut around the object to be bleached, and then she peels away the frisket to expose that area to the chemical. Then the person takes a swab and sticks it in the specific chemical and uses that chemical over the emulsion, equally distributing it. And what it does in this case is it was a cyan bleach to remove the blue. And it lightened the book, and not only lightened the book, but returned it to its original reddish color. So the end result is the book is separated and it looks more pleasing. Not only can we use frisket to bleach an image, but we can use frisket to render an image in. In one case, an art director came to us with a still life shot of an empty bowl on a table, and he realized after the shot was created that he also needed a spoon in the bowl. So he came to us, and instead of having the photographer come back and reshoot it and spend all that money, we were able to artistically render the spoon in using frisket. Now what the frisket does is protect the surrounding area while the retoucher washes in the color necessary to create the spoon. Since the frisket's clear, it enables us to see what we're doing in relation to the entire photographic image. So the retoucher works with various size brushes and various densities, and using his own artistic judgment to render in the highlights and the darks on the spoon. And sometimes frisket can be used to help create the highlights by preventing any dye from being built up in those areas. After the spoon was rendered in, not only did the spoon look realistic itself, but it needed something to put it in the context of the photograph. So the retoucher, using his artistic judgment, uses the frisket, again, with washes of color to render in the shadow under the spoon. And what this does is sit the spoon down in the bowl and really make it a part of the picture. With retouching, the art director has a complete creative tool. Anything can be done to a photograph. Elements can be added, elements can be taken away, highlights and other attractive elements can be combined to form a beautiful ad. And with retouching, not only can photographs that won't work for the product work, but we can take completely disparate images and combine them to create a whole concept that otherwise just cannot exist in reality. Colors or other things can be created here that otherwise could not be photographed.